Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a video on my thoughts on the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer. Basically, Wreck-It Ralph 2, but Ralph Destroys the Internet, or whatever the hell the one in the title of this film. Basically, it's as simple as it says on the title, basically, or on the tin, or whatever the hell the expression is. You know, the idea is that now the arcade store place has got internet and that, so now it means that Ralph and a bunch, maybe other video game characters in the world of Wreck-It Ralph can enter the internet and do stuff over in the internet and that. But yeah, it is a neat idea, I guess. I mean, as long as there's an actual story to be told here, then I won't mind this sort of film being made. But ideally, what I don't want is just for them to just cash in because Wreck-It Ralph, the first one, was so successful. And I get why it was so successful. It was successful because it was aimed at people who are into video games, who probably have kids now, but also want to somehow be able to share the experience of having playing video games that they used to play when they were a kid with their own kids and that. And maybe the kids aren't interested in that, and maybe though you show them Wreck-It Ralph and then they are interested in that sort of video games of yesteryear, you know, if your kid's into video games in the first place, do you know what I mean? So, and also video games are actually a lot more sort of popular with kids than toys are now and that, so, you know, so it just made sense clearly for Disney to capitalise on that, you know, and it's just the evolution of like sort of doing the Toy Story sort of stuff, and then the evolution would be the next big thing other than actual, as I say, toys and or action figures and just dolls and, you know, Barbie and things for girls, and, you know, Woody and Buzz and that for Lightyear for boys, and that was video games. So yeah, I mean, it still looks good, the animation and that. I mean, I don't think I think the funniest thing was probably the cat joke, about the eBay/cat joke. Oh god, it looks like it's looking into my soul or my eyes or whatever, and that, I thought that was pretty funny. There was a bit of a joke with stupid pop-up adverts, I think, and that was just, fell flat for me. Again, it's just so unbelievably just picked out at random that I don't feel like I have any real sort of area to be able to criticise, or not criticise, but critically analyse the actual narrative. You know, they've not given me anything in terms of the narrative. They've literally just said, here's a handful of jokes that we thought were funny, here's this teaser trailer thing, and that. So, I mean, it's not until the latter end of the teaser trailer and or trailer that they're actually in a game again, so, which I thought was a bit odd. I found it funny how the rabbit became huge because Ralph just kept feeding it the pancakes, and I found that quite amusing, and that, I'm not gonna lie. And again, yeah, it's nice to know that the animation is still good, the voice acting is still good, you know, of the people who are reprising their roles and whatnot. It's just, as I say, I hope we see more than just Ralph and Vanellope and that and stuff, because I think it's one of those few cases where I did actually quite like the world it was set in quite a lot, you know. Well, actually, I say that, but Disney movies are very good at setting up worlds. It's just whether or not they explore them to the fullest is another thing. But I think for me, as an actual fan of video games, I obviously sort of have this sort of affinity with the sort of Wreck-It Ralph world, or the way that it's the place that it's set, a bit more than, say, Zootopia or the sort of setting of some of the other Disney films. You know, I feel like I'm a bit more invested because I do take an interest in playing video games. I mean, I am on a video game course, so but yeah, and I'm curious as to see who the villain would be as well, because last time I checked, they defeated the bad guy in the first film and that, and I don't see him surviving how they defeated him from what I remember of what they did and that. But again, I don't really see where they could take this film. It just feels a bit unnecessary, really. I mean, I'm hoping it's good, and I hope it doesn't go down the path of the god-awful emoji movie. You know, that just felt like, obviously, it was just cashing in on, oh, look, emojis are a thing with kids. Look, emojis, look, a movie, you know, and now it's just like, oh, well, we did video games, we did old retro video games. What else do kids like, or their parents? The internet. These characters, they like the characters from the first film there, just put the two together, you know? It feels a bit needless, it feels a bit like they didn't really put a lot of time and effort into coming up with this idea, but hopefully they prove me wrong. Hopefully the film is really good, it's successful, it has a clear, good beginning, middle and end and that, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed the first one, so... and yeah, I mean, it. As I say, the cat joke was fairly funny about the eBay/cat joke, and the fact that as I say, the rabbit got huge, and the fact that the kid kind of freaks out about the fact that the rabbit character explodes. I thought that was a bit funny, but yeah, I mean, as I say, it's just filled with a few jokes, and then that's about it. There's no real context as to why they're in the internet, or how they get into the internet, or, you know, why they're even exploring the internet, or what the aim of them being in the internet is, or how they got from the internet to that tablet and that game specifically as well, because that's not like any of the, obviously, retro arcades they're used to being in the arcade store. So what if they're in the internet, they can just then pop into or hop into anyone's video game worldwide? That would be an interesting thing to develop into, or maybe go into, maybe, I don't know, but this was just my quick thoughts on the new Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.